Hey, welcome back to Packers Playbook. I'm here with 97.3 The Game, John Kuhn. We missed everyone last week. We hope you missed us as well. John, we're hoping to come back out of the bye and get a nice little win against a struggling Broncos team. We obviously didn't get that. But we do have a few plays to go through. Overall, how do you feel about the team on the season as a whole and after this game specifically?
Well, it's definitely concerning. The young players and Matt LaFleur offensively are struggling to get off the ground in the first quarter, literally and figuratively. Is struggling in the pass game early on in the first halves and really struggling to find a groove altogether. Some of that is by design and game plan specific, what other teams are bringing to the table. And some of it is they haven't had their full arsenal out there. We'll talk a little bit about that here today with Aaron Jones returning to this ballgame.
Yeah, so we got 4 plays. The main 3 of these are going to highlight just the return of Jones and what they bring. So we'll get going here. This is the first one. All of these except the last one. Last one's going to be on 4th down. The rest of these are on 3rd down. Got up here. We got 3rd and 1, 12 personnel. We'll look at it from this angle, then we'll go from the other side as well. We got this little like pin pull where pretty much everything goes wrong over to the left. This little horizontal toss to Jones. And Jones just make it right. John will go to the end zone copy here. And what do you see on this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's your typical crack toss play, and you can go ahead and let it run, Dusty. But this is the magic that Aaron Jones bring to you right here. You're going to see the crack by the wide receiver here on the end, Christian Watson. You'd love to see him get more there, a little bit more would be a little bit more firm, not forcing Aaron Jones, not to get that depth, not to force Aaron Jones so wide. And then you see the blocks on the outside. Even after you get around Christian Watson's block there, you get a miss there by Musgrave trying to seal the deal there, helping out Rasheed Walker, who's behind on his man. If Rasheed Walker can get to his guy, that allows Luke Musgrave to continue down for the safety. And you can see what the design of this play is supposed to be, what it's supposed to develop. And right here, that's the point of Luke Musgrave. Clean up the trash on the way to your man. It's short yardage. Aaron Jones should still be able to pick up the first down. And, he does just that because he's so fast and he's so elusive. And we avoid a hold call on the outside here. I think that is Dante Hicks. And Aaron Jones just making a play out of a short yardage play that's not really blocked specifically well.
Yeah, and I've got this one. We got a couple notes on this one where it's just Jones is so slippery. That's his even. I mean, he ran I think his fastest time of his career against the Bears in Week 1, but it seems like some of that top end speed not quite where he was. The burst is still there, but man, he's so slippery. He finds those angles. He's just so hard to bring down. And like you said, this is one that was one of my other notes. Is this easily could have been a tackle for loss, and he turns us into 6 and a first down. Pretty impressive, really, considering how many things went wrong up front, right?
And again, you talk about making plays at pivotal points in time. This is a 3rd and 1. This is the drive right before halftime that they go down there. They get a nice field goal attempt before half. But this is Aaron Jones continuing this drive almost entirely on his own. And that is what Matt LaFleur has basically said multiple times now. Players that can make not just what the play is there for, but make a man miss, break a tackle, maybe make a spectacular catch. We're lacking that right now in the offense. Getting Aaron Jones back helps with that factor right there.
100%. We'll see that on the next one. Johnny, anything else on this one, or you want to move to the next one here?
Nope, well, this one's good.
All right, this one we have got. This is going to be a kind of completion to Jones over here in the flat. We got a little high cross concept again. 3rd and 1, and to me, I mean, this is another one that highlights some of the issues that they've been having on offense. Right, you got this high cross in the middle. Guys run into each other. You got DeGuara with a blown block on the side there. So there's immediate pressure in his face. I think maybe Sims gets tossed on this one as well, if I'm not mistaken. And it makes it right because Jones finds a spot and Love's able to get that out in time. So, John, what do you have on this one?
Yeah, this goes by many names. You can call it K5. You can call it Pack Star Pass. But basically what you have is you have a play that looks like a hard off-tackle run by the fullback and the halfback. And generally what you'll see offenses do is the fullback will bluff the block on the outside guy and leave the halfback to cut an unsuspecting defender. And then the fullback is the one wide open in the flat. Right here, when you see the change in assignment out of Aaron Jones and Josiah DeGuara, who the Packers coaches, the offensive coaches want holding the ball more than ever, and that's Aaron Jones. For him to out leverage a halfback from the backfield, from the dot at 7 yards, is outstanding. That's not a good angle for him, and it's an even better catch. This is not an easy catch. Running to the sideline, looking over your shoulder while the quarterback is throwing. That, believe it or not, that's one of the harder catches there is to make, is that behind you pass as you're running straight to the sideline. And what I love about this is he doesn't bow off the route too much. A lot of times guys will shoot for 2 yards past the sticks, and when they start to look back at the quarterback, they'll kind of bow that thing off and run it a little bit too shallow. Aaron Jones does a great job right here. He keeps his ankle right on that 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, catches the ball where it's a little bit behind him, and makes the play by turning around and finishing on his feet. He doesn't just beat the defender's leverage. He beats him so bad, the defender doesn't even tap him after he catches the football. That's explosion. That's the playmaking ability of Aaron Jones, and you've seen it now on 2 separate short yardage occasions.
Absolutely. And John, just out of curiosity, I mean, so you brought this up and you obviously have done this. What is it about this particular one for someone coming out of the backfield that makes this adjustment that tough to make that catch?
Well, it's difficult. Normally, let's take a wide receiver who's out by the numbers. When he's looking at the quarterback, he's looking at probably somewhere around 90 degrees off of his straight line. Aaron Jones right here, his body is heading to the sideline, and he's looking directly behind himself. So he's looking at about 180 degrees. It's a hard angle to turn your body that way to look at the quarterback and still keep your speed towards that aiming point like he does. It's also a very dicey route to run because let's say where Josiah DeGuara misses his man. If that man makes contact with Aaron Jones, then Aaron Jones is bumped off of his route, and he doesn't allow that to happen in this case when he does beat Josiah DeGuara's block. These things are quick hitters. They're designed to catch the defense off guard, and you can only do it if you execute it properly. If you slip up for a split second, the defense has a chance to catch up, but Aaron Jones and Jordan Love do a good job here of executing this play.
Yeah, we can see it from this side here. I think it's 56 that's going to get pressure kind of coming off the edge. And it looks like there's some miscommunication there as well. Sims gets completely washed down by his dude. And then, yeah, just making a play over a dude right in your face. Very good stuff there. You got anything else on this one, John? You want to move to the next one?
Let's move to the next one because this might be one of the best ones of the game.
All right. So once again, Aaron Jones, 3rd and 7, 11 personnel. This is eventually going to be a drive that ends up being the go-ahead touchdown here. Jones with a little angle route out of the backfield. Nicely done. John, what do you have on this one?
Now, let's keep in mind that a little bit earlier in this drive, they had 3rd and 2, and they ended up getting, or I think 2nd and 2 it was, and they ended up getting a false start penalty. It backed them up to 3rd and 7 here on this drive. And Aaron Jones just does a terrific job here. Go start it from the very beginning of this play before the motion. So what you can see here is, and Aaron Jones and Love are collecting this right here. As Aaron Jones comes in, the defense bumps its coverage in, and that gives them a signal right away. That gives them a sign of what type of coverage the Denver Broncos are in right here. And Aaron Jones is going to know where his defenders are going to be when he catches this football. And I want you to take notice of how he runs the route. So go ahead and press play here. As he starts the route here, you can see the combination between he and Josiah DeGuara. And he's got his man beat because his man jumps outside of Josiah DeGuara. But he knows the moment that his man is outside like that, he's got to get his eyes on the inside defender. And watch how, as Aaron Jones breaks this Texas route off, he slows it down. He protects himself from running straight into a big hit. He protects Jordan Love from throwing that ball and leading him into a big hit on this. And he settles this thing down just short of the sticks, makes the catch, and finishes the play.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's a nice subtle job of route running, and a lot of times we talk about route running is the suddenness of this stuff. And generally, when a lot of people think of route running, it's a suddenness, but it's that little nuance there of seeing where that guy is, slow playing that a little bit. He comes out of that break, sees it, instead of running full steam towards the middle, slow playing it down and allowing Love to be able to make a play there, right?
Now go ahead and play it here from the backfield. And the next level version of this is the trust between Aaron Jones and Jordan Love. The trust that Jordan Love is going to know that Aaron Jones isn't going to snap it off right into the linebacker, and the trust that Jordan Love isn't going to throw him into the linebacker out of Aaron Jones. If this play can happen just a hair faster in this mechanism here, Jordan Love can get that to Aaron Jones, and his body can already be turned towards the goal line. If that was the case, he has a chance to split these guys, get the first down on his own, or potentially split them and score the touchdown. Nonetheless, Aaron Jones's route there, recognizing that he had his man beat, where's the next man I got to be wary of, and settling that down before he runs it into him is spectacular. That's route running out of a true veteran, 101 there, and it really set them up for this next play, this last play, which ends up being the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, this play's a lot of fun. We've talked about Jones quite a bit so far today, and there's towards the end of this, there's something really fun I want to point out here. But this is going to be kind of this vertical RPO that's going to be the ricochet touchdown. That looks like Reed is almost looking for it. His reaction on this to actually catch this is impressive. Reading that conflict defender, he sneaks down. Love kind of pulls up, has to shoot it around that defensive end, shoots off of Dobbs' hand right into Reed's hands. John, what do you got on this one?
So what's remarkable about this one is try and watch it from the end zone copy, because Jordan Love here makes the right call in throwing this pass. Unfortunately, the defender makes a tremendous play. Look at this man on the line of scrimmage. He, at point in time, is standing directly between Jordan Love and a wide open Romeo Dobbs. And Jordan Love is like, shoot, I have him open. There was a pick there out of Jaden Reed that worked to perfection, but I don't have a window here to throw this football. So Jordan Love takes his arm and kind of turns it down at a sidearm angle and shoots it inside. That's not where he wanted to throw the football, but that's where out of necessity he had to throw the football. A hair behind Romeo Dobbs, goes through his hands, and Johnny on the spot is Jaden Reed. But that was really close to being disaster there by a well-played defensive end there out of the Denver Broncos. And Jordan Love with the change the arm angle mid-throw to be able to get that to Romeo Dobbs. Again, all set up by Aaron Jones on 3rd and 7, and then an RPO with Aaron Jones here on 4th and 2.
And I had a couple things on this one. I know on this RPO look, you're typically reading that conflict guy there, so it'll be a post-snap read. And since he's coming up already, Love knows he's throwing that before he even snaps the ball. So he's got that. But then, like you said, number 0 there, which is funny, a lot of these post-snap RPOs, Rodgers did not like running these, and I do in large part to one Von Miller broke up in 2019. So you go back to Broncos and why the Packers did not run a lot of these in the Rodgers years. I think you can trace it back to that. So I like seeing them here. And my other thing on this, I love Aaron Jones on this. Obviously, he can take the inside handoff. He does not, but he also knows you're trying to open the slant there. So he's still trying to, at the end, it doesn't work. Looks like he's still trying to influence that safety. He does this little jump cut to the outside, trying to move that guy out, just to open that. Doesn't do anything, but I do like the attention to detail to like maybe try to open that a little bit more. It's a fun little note from Jones there.
And Dusty, you bring up a great point there. What's been lacking in the Packers' deep play action game? Some of it has been their inconsistency at running the football. Aaron Jones being back obviously will help that. He tore off a nice outside zone run in this game as well. But really the fakes have not been there like they have been in the past. Some of that is Aaron Rodgers was a master with hiding the football, but a lot of that is the running backs. The running backs not carrying out their fakes aggressively and properly, and Aaron Jones did it on this play.
That's right. It's lovely to have him back. Seems like still on a pitch count. Hopefully he's back to full strength, full speed sooner rather than later, and can be a full complement for this offense. John, you got anything else, or are you about ready to get out of here?
Well, it's a good thing the Packers are at home this week, because with their first 6 games on the road, it's been a little bit of a struggle. And I will say this, Dusty, as I watched this entire film, which I know you have, you lose a little bit of your motion. You lose a little bit of your shift game, a little bit of your misdirection when you're on the road, especially with a young team on the road. Let's hope that Matt LaFleur and this Packer offense looks a little bit more of what we're accustomed to: motions, shifts, pre-snap movement, pro-snap movement, to get more guys open here, because the first halves of 0s and 3 points is putting them too much in a hole here to come back and win these football games. Look for much more variety out of this Packers offense as we head back to Lambeau Field.
Yeah, and I do feel like we saw a little bit more of that this week than we had in past weeks. A lot of that short motion speed stuff I think we were seeing. So hopefully, I'm with you, man. I hope they ramp it up. John, awesome as always. Thank you so much, dude. We'll catch you next week.
Sounds good.